Now it's my privilege to introduce you to tonight's student commencement speaker. Well, let me tell you a little bit about him. Francisco, or Dany, as many of you know him, Acosta, credits process, perseverance, and purpose for helping him rebound from a troubled youth to the success story that he is today. Through sheer will, determination, and faith, Dany left behind a life on the streets and overcame great adversity to achieve his education and devote himself to helping others. A former high school and community college dropout, he has certainly thrived at North Shore Community College, earning a GPA of 3.94. Joining and then leading Delta Alpha Pi Honor Society as its president, and volunteering to teach English to Spanish-speaking immigrants. He's a published writer, a workshop leader, and a motivational speaker. And I know that you will be as amazed as I was at Dany's story. Please welcome this year's student speaker, Dany Acosta.
Thank you very much. Thank you, President Gentili. And good evening, faculty, staff, family, and friends of North Shore Community College, class of 2018. Look at the person next to you and tell them, hey, you're looking good. I don't know about you, but I don't think they believe you. Look at the other person next to you, nudge them and tell them, but you're looking better. Dreams see no limits. 55 years ago, about 500 miles away from Salem in Washington, D.C., Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. epically shook the nation when he said, I have a dream. And tonight, this dream continues being fulfilled, and I humbly stand before you to tell you that I too have a dream. Tonight, I would like to share 3 words with you that will not only change your life, but will help you fulfill your dream and your purpose. These words are process, perseverance, and purpose. Before NSCC, we all went through a process. Francisco Daniel Acosta Solano, also known as Dany, born in Guadalajara, Jalisco, in Mexico. In 1991, and 2 years later, my beautiful mother Rosa and I immigrated to Los Angeles, California, where our family's dream was to come true. We moved in with my beloved Uncle Sergio, but not long after, this family dream became a cavernous nightmare. Living in the borders of Compton and Watts, I was heading for a downward spiral by middle school, and in high school, I became a crystal meth addict. Got involved with gangs, was kicked out of 4 high schools. Eventually, I graduated from high school enrolled into Los Angeles City College and into a rehab program. But it was my destructive habits that continued and got me dropping out of both college and rehab. But my beloved uncle, who never gave up on me, gave me an ultimatum: either continue down this dark path or live in his garage for exchange of attending church. One night, finally went to church, and I found myself praying for the very first time, and I asked God, God, remove these chains of addiction over my life. And that is exactly what God did. And it was that night that I felt a heavy burden being lifted off of my shoulders. And tonight, 7 years later, I stand before you, drug clean, gang-free, and about to graduate. Faith and hope was restored into my life. But this was put to the test 3 years later, when one day I woke up with blurry sight in my eye, had blood drawn in the hospital, woke up with syringes in my arms, and the following 7 months were followed by 13 hospitalizations and 19 surgeries, a stroke, 2 seizures, and even had both of my eyes removed. Doctors agreed it was caused by past drug use. But as I learned to function again and walk again, I decided it was time to be reunited with my family, who I had last seen at a Greyhound station in Los Angeles. Literally, the last time I ever saw them. But after 3 years, I would be reunited with my lovely and beautiful mother, Rosa. And after making her dream a nightmare, I met with her at Boston's Logan Airport, where she welcomed me with a very much needed, but very warming motherly hug. I love you, Bob. It was my family's unconditional love that encouraged me to go back to college and pursue a career in helping people refill their lives with hope and with faith. And though I had the intellectual potential and the faith, I was not ready for a 4-year university. But I enrolled into North Shore Community College with quality, accessible education and simultaneously meeting my budget. Process. We're all united by something. We all face challenges. Every single one of you in this room have faced an obstacle in your life. But we are all united by one thing: perseverance. We all need it. What should have been simple tasks in college quickly became some of my most difficult obstacles. Getting to college in the snow, failing disability transportation, having to catch a cab, weaving through crowded hallways during events, looking for an empty desk while no one even helped. looking for classrooms, offices without Braille, and responding to fire drills while on the 3rd floor. Sure, I had to learn how to do final essays and papers to perfect formatting, research. But if that weren't enough, I had 4-hour sessions of hemodialysis 3 times a week, every semester, and 2 failing, unsuccessful stomach catheter surgeries. But despite all of this, maintained a GPA 3.94. Became the president of Delta Alpha Pi Honor Society. Youth United Christian Club. Taught English to Spanish-speaking immigrants for free. Was published in 2 issues of Spark Magazine, Pass It On Project, and Breaking Barriers. Hosted a Christian radio program called Time of Visitation with Eric Valencia. Advocated for mobility instruction at the Massachusetts State House. And I went on to create the Envision Workshop, where I teach and give the equipment and the tools that visually impaired students need to reach an honor society program. But I could not do this on my own. I want to take the time to thank North Shore Community College, amazing campus police, the awesome and very patient professors, and the phenomenal accessibility team for whom which I would not be here tonight. And though time would not suffice to thank everyone in my heart, I would like to thank 2 people that are very dear to me. Alana Vidvitskaya, who made all my textbooks accessible and put up with me for the last 2 years. And John Zamparelli, my favorite professor, who critiqued every single essay these last 2 years. But I personally want to thank for helping me find my passion for poetry. I believe they deserve a great round of applause. Oh, come on, young people. I know you can do better than that. Perseverance. I want to show you something tonight. What do you see? A stick painted white with a red tip and a marshmallow? But what do you really see? See, this is a white cane, and to me, my best friend. But this, like many of us, has gone through very difficult processes. Didn't just pop into my hands. Different types, different models, different colors. till eventually coming into my hands. But I had to persevere through those to be here tonight. Like many of us, see, I could fold it up. Say, you know what? I don't need it. Leave it under my bed. Be prideful. But let me tell you something. We all need help. No one did it alone. Sure, I can use it as a doorstop or a weapon, but it doesn't fulfill its purpose until it takes me from point A to point B. And this leads me to my final point tonight: purpose. What is your purpose? Do you know your purpose? I began tonight by sharing Reverend King's dream. And tonight, I humbly stand before you, fulfilling my dream with these 3 points. Because we didn't do it alone. May tonight you remember something. I'm going to ask all the graduates to look under your chair where there is a card. On this card is a word in Braille, a language for the blind, which, by the way, I brailled every single one of your cards. Along with a few quotes, but I want you to do something. I want you to pass your fingers over that Braille. What do you feel? Dots? Some of you may know what this word reads. Some of you may have no clue. What do you really feel? That card is a lot like your life. And you will spend your entire lifetime looking for something to fulfill you, something to help you, make you feel better. Because on that card is a word, purpose. And tonight, you can no longer say, I never felt purpose in my life, because tonight you felt it. And I humbly stand here before you, telling graduates and non-graduates that you all have a purpose. That 55 years from now, may you too remember a blind man that shared a dream with you to help you fulfill your dream. That tonight you will leave here knowing and realizing what is your purpose. Because you all have one. Thank you very much. May God bless you all. And congratulations, North Shore Community College.